And welcome to another KATcast, where we're talking about toys from our childhood.
Ooh.
Good stuff there. Let me tell you, some good memories. We're going to take you a little bit down memory lane today.
I feel like we all grew up in like different times too, so this is gonna be really good. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun one.
I'm a child of the 60s and 70s. So, Aaron, you want
80s and 90s.
You want to start today?
90s
Sure.
and early 2000s here.
Sure. All right, one of the best toys I ever got was a hand-me-down, a Light Bright.
A Light Bright.
I loved Light Bright.
I had like at least 3 or 4 of them because I would always end up losing those little pieces. They've gotten smart now. So
Yeah.
my kids even have a Light Bright now, like today. And yeah, but like they're no longer little tiny pieces that you have to keep track of.
They're little plastic. That's all they were.
It's just attached to it. Like, so if they're just like little buttons now, and when you hit them, they change different colors.
So you can't lose it.
You can't lose
Right.
it.
You can't put the little bulb and poke it
No,
through the
you don't poke it through.
black paper
They're
anymore?
made differently
Aaron's
now.
like, where's the fun
I
in
know.
that?
You can still buy original Light Brights, but like, yes, you no longer have to keep track of hundreds of small little pieces.
Man, what's the fun in that?
I know.
But, I mean, it is amazing the stuff you could create with that.
Yeah.
Because some kids were really, really good at it.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know.
man, my cousin, he made like a dragon one time, like breathing fire. I was like, you did that with little pieces. How'd you do that?
It's amazing.
If you were good at Lego, you were great at Light Bright.
Well, some of them actually had, it was almost like a color by number sort of thing.
Yeah, they
you know?
did, yeah.
And then they had a ton of blank ones that you could then make whatever you wanted. I was never that creative, but, I could do average shapes and, do lots of fun colors all together. And, it was something that I played with a lot.
There were a lot of sort of creative toys.
Yeah.
Like along the line of Light Bright. Etch-a-Sketch.
Ooh,
I know they
yes.
still make them.
Yeah, that was cool.
Etch-a-Sketches, I'm trying to remember a show. What was it? Somebody was like amazing at Etch-a-Sketch. I mean, he ended up doing
Like they could do the Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa,
and stuff
yeah,
like
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
That's
It's like,
insane.
how did you do that, dude? How long did that take you
No
to do?
kidding, yeah.
Exactly.
And then, of course, when you're all done, because you know how what's the word I'm looking for? How
Easily you could then erase it.
yeah, exactly. You're going, I'm done.
Oh, I know.
It's like, no, that took me a month to do.
Or you had your sibling who you were sitting
Kids are
there
very
doing
fickle,
something
you know?
great, and then they'd kick it, and then half your picture was gone, and
Yep.
you're like, it started a lot
And
of
if
fights.
you can make a circle in Etch-a-Sketch, man, you were good.
Oh.
There ain't no physical way to make a circle.
Yeah.
You'd have to do it exactly, precisely, like, yeah. Otherwise, it'd be like all over the place.
Take you like a week to make a circle in Etch-a-Sketch. You know?
Oh, yeah.
What else? You got a toy or a
I
game for us?
do. So I always called them. I called them skippets. Do you know what those are? It basically
Did it go around your ankle?
Yeah, it's
and
this
you had
little.
to
It's this little ring
jump
that you
it?
put around your ankle. It's almost like a ball and chain.
Oh, it has a string.
It has a string and
then-
like a little wiffle ball attached to it at the end, and then like you kind of like skip. You get it to where you're kind of jumping around. It's like a mini jump
You can
rope.
do some real damage to that.
Mini
sucker with that
hopscotch.
sucker.
We always called it skippets, but yeah, you put it on one ankle, and I could do that forever. I would do that for hours and hours as a kid.
You know, if your foot
I rode a
lands,
bike.
if your foot lands the wrong way, you can do some serious damage.
No,
with that, you know?
we actually, our kids have one of those. Funny, actually, just like a couple of days ago, I had that thing around my ankle, and I was like, "Kids, I can still do it." I was having fun with them and stuff. They're like, "Go, Daddy, go!"
Toys and games from our childhood. What do you got, Aaron? You got another one?
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you were.
Oh, I don't know, I'm just skipping around here. Whatever.
No.
We're like Outback. No rules, just right.
Oh, okay. Rainbow Bright.
Did they make a movie? A Rainbow Bright movie?
I think I was a little old
Rainbow
by
Bright.
then.
It sounds familiar. You're gonna have to remind me what that is.
So Rainbow Bright was a doll, and
Yeah.
she was blonde, and she had this kind of futuristic looking dress on with the rainbow on it, and she rode a horse or a Pegasus or something. I don't know.
That sounds
Some
familiar.
She had
mythical
something,
creature.
I think maybe another little rainbow or a heart
Something
or
like
something on
that.
her cheek. Yeah, I don't know. My cousins and I used to
Rainbow
like to
Bright.
play with Rainbow Bright.
I remember Cabbage Patch dolls.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it similar to that?
People were going
Well, I mean,
crazy.
it was a doll, yeah.
Yeah, something like
but-
that.
People were going crazy over cabbage. There were homicides over cabbage.
Hey, I remember
Okay.
being in kindergarten, and somehow Santa managed
Yeah.
to put a Cabbage Patch under the tree. Now, Mom looked totally disheveled for a couple weeks after that, but
If you want an
there was a
idea of
Cabbage
what
Patch there.
the Cabbage Patch craze was like, watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Where everybody was after this incredible toy.
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I still remember my Cabbage Patch's name because, you didn't name your own Cabbage Patch.
Right.
They came with
Yes, they did. They did.
Mine was very sophisticated. Sonia Llewellyn.
Oh, my gosh.
Sonia
Did
Llewellyn.
she come with a trust fund?
She did. Trust me. She didn't. Yeah, but no, I mean, gosh, we had great fun because, again, it was something that my cousins had as well. So I remember we went so far as to we found like real diapers. Ooh,
Yeah.
one of my cousins or cousins' kids or somebody had a younger sibling. And
Yeah.
we each stole a diaper so our babies could have real diapers on. My mom, well, Cabbage Patches they weren't huge, but they weren't small dolls.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
they were decent sized.
So my mom would go to garage sales and she'd buy baby clothes. And then I could
Honestly,
dress
that
up,
would fit. Yeah.
I could dress up my Cabbage Patch. I mean, it was great.
especially preemie clothes. Preemie clothes would fit it perfectly.
Well, no, I mean, she's a little bit bigger than
Okay.
a preemie, but I mean, I remember my mom, old girl was frugal. Let's just put it that way. She was saving all kinds of money because the money they charged for Cabbage Patch Kid clothes in the stores was nuts.
Insane.
And she was like, we're just going to find our own. And that's what we did.
That's awesome, though.
As dolls go, and I can't believe I even refer to it that way, but if you were a boy, you had a G.I. Joe.
Oh, a G.I. Joe.
Especially with the Kung Fu grip.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
the best. My brother and I, we loved our G.I. Joes. We used to string a rope across the living room and have him dangling and crossing because if you hit the floor, it was a river of lava or something.
Oh, something like that.
So he's like this and go, oh, you're good. And then one of us would like shake it from the other side. You knocked him down on purpose.
Of course.
And my sister had a Barbie. And, of course, we had the G.I. Joe. He had the Jeep and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And we played G.I. Joe was dating Barbie. So here, G.I. Joe would
Joe
roll
had
up.
to save Barbie.
Well, she loved the man in uniform. So, after all. And he was miles ahead of that Ken.
So
Does your car have camo?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't,
No.
Ken. It's just pink.
well, like most little girls, yes, I had some Barbies. But I was also very aware of at a young age that I was a big kid and I was bigger than the other kids. So when Jim came out, Jim and the Holograms, I was all about those dolls because they were way bigger than Barbie and they were still cool. They were kind of like your original like rock and roll dolls. Like Jim had pink hair, but if you pulled it up, it'd be her secret identity. It was a blonde.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Like Hannah
Cool,
Montana
yeah.
or
Kind
something?
of, yeah. She was kind of like the original.
Nobody
Hannah
can tell it's her
Montana.
because she has blonde hair.
She couldn't tell it was her because she had short blonde hair. But then she was on stage, and all of a sudden there's like blonde highlights, and she had all this pink hair.
Like Clark Kent takes his glasses off.
Yeah.
Superman.
But they all had like wild, like whole band had wild hair. I mean, like a bright red and like a icy blue and purple and all this stuff. But the main thing was, I mean, she had like big hands and feet, and she was tall, and she was thicker, and
She was a
I
big
identified,
girl.
even though I didn't have pink, blue, or purple hair. I identified with that. I liked
feel like-
playing with those way better.
I feel like those evolved into Bratz dolls or something. You know what I
Probably.
mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you're describing a Bratz doll almost.
Well, they didn't have like the weird giant eyes. Or
Yeah.
they were
The big
they
heads.
Were
Bratz
proportioned.
dolls were freaky.
Yeah, they are
Both of my
creepy.
girls had Bratz dolls, and I'm telling you, man, they were weird. And with the big, exaggerated
Oh,
lips.
yeah.
And the,
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
God, my grandma used to have a whole room dedicated to those like porcelain, creepy looking dolls. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
thank
about?
you.
Yeah, I mean, like the ones that you're like, this is a possessed item. It can't, you know what I mean? What did it for sure looking at you and stuff.
You know who seriously reminds me? Tell me if you guys agree with this. You might not. Who looks like a Bratz doll? You ever see Giada De Laurentiis?
Who?
Giada, Dino De Laurentiis's.
Well, from Food Network.
Yeah. She
does
has a very large head and a very small, thin body. To me, I go, that's a
You
Bratz
think
doll.
she
there.
looks like a
Kind of.
Bratz
Reminds
doll?
me of a Bratz doll.
She doesn't have the big, giant, weird, exaggerated.
Oh, no, I'm not
That's
saying
what-
all like
that's
that,
what you
but
need
We
for a
created
Bratz
Aaron a
doll.
Bratz doll. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
We did like a little photo.
ChatGPT was coming up with a caricature of her, and it was like,
But you guys are talking about those porcelain dolls. So I
Yes.
didn't have a porcelain doll. But my aunt gave me this doll that was hers when she was a kid. Okay, this is my dad's little sister. And she was about 3 foot long. I kid you not. And she could stand up. And I mean, I don't know if the idea was like you could walk her. No, you couldn't. I mean, you could drag her along. But she was huge. And she was the kind of baby doll that if you laid her down, her eyes would close.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but she stood on my dresser with my other dolls.
Yes.
And to this day, I would swear I'd wake up sometimes and she'd just be like, her head would be turned slightly staring at me. Now, I don't know if that was a product of one of my 2 brothers. Could have been.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I'm telling you,
Man,
I got to where I was like, nope, not doing this anymore. And I wrapped her up and, because I didn't want, it was a gift, so I didn't want to throw it away. And, it was an heirloom, I mean, she's plastic. But, I wrapped her up and stuck her in a closet. I think she's still at my parents'.
If that's not a Stephen King flick, I don't know what it is.
I mean, the way that they designed those dolls, they're too creepy. They're way too creepy for children.
I've told you guys the story of Jerry Mahoney, the ventriloquist dummy.
That's creepy.
My cousin Steve had one, and it was like an older one. It was like from the 50s or early 60s, whatever.
That's probably haunted Steve.
And his head was on his body, but underneath his head was a stick, and that's how you move the head around. So, and Jerry Mahoney was a popular TV program at the time with his friend Knucklehead Smith, which was a little less creepy than him. But I was afraid of that doll.
Yeah.
And so every time
for good reason
we went over my cousin Rich's house in New York, they always had to put Jerry Mahoney away because I was afraid.
As they should have.
Got my neighbors around like Halloween. They used to have these like real old, like old man and old woman like mask, and they would always show up, but like they'd be like peeking in like the windows. They'd be like, I'm like, get away from me.
That's wrong on so many accounts.
So great.
So you all don't know this, but they're called soccer boppers. This was an awesome toy when I was a kid. They were basically like inflatable boxing gloves. They were giant boxing
like
gloves.
Hulk
they were
hands?
basically like pillow fight hands. They're kind of like Hulk hands in a way, but they're like more like, it was almost like a balloon that you would like put over your.
If you hit somebody, you're not going to hurt them.
No,
right?
you wouldn't hurt them. But the whole
those now.
Yeah, the whole purpose of
what fun is that?
Oh man, siblings loved having those together.
Oh man, yeah.
But they were called soccer boppers, and they also made. I'm pretty sure they also made like a bop bag, which was this. Basically like a punching bag that could never topple over. Like it would always stay up. No matter how much you would knock it over, it was weighted to where it would like always come back straight. It was great.
My mother-in-law gave our daughters American dolls. American dolls are really fancy and really expensive, and they're supposed to be like...
Oh, the American Girl dolls.
American Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be like collectibles.
Sure.
Like, I don't think they were really meant for playing with, and my girls at that age just wanted to play with them. They didn't want to display them.
Right.
So, I don't know how long. I think we still have them somewhere, but they were nowhere near worth, selling or anything like that now.
Yeah.
So my mom, thought I needed baby dolls, like a lot of girls' moms did. And, I got one fancy one year where she had a cloth body and then like the plastic arms and legs and head. And, she was a pretty baby. But I had a ton of other dolls that I didn't discover until I was in 2nd grade were Betsy Wetsy dolls.
Betsy Wetsy.
So Betsy Wetsy dolls, you would have a bottle and what we would do is we would submerge it in water, wait for the bubbles to stop, then your bottle was full, right? You could feed it to Betsy. Then when her belly was full.
Heavens to Betsy.
Yeah. This is terrible. You take her little pants off. And we would run around the house outside because Mom yelled at us for doing it inside once. And we'd hold her on her back and karate chop her belly so she would squirt. So she was like squirt guns.
Erin was
were
not
weird
your
kids.
typical little girl.
Well,
So wait a
I had
minute.
two older brothers.
So this doll simulated peeing.
Yeah,
is what this
yeah,
doll
that's what
did.
it is.
You know what this reminds me of?
Which
There's this-
means as soon as you were feeding her that bottle,
yeah.
Out
you
it
could
comes.
feel it was getting
It was
wet.
getting wet.
Yeah.
They made a dog like this. It's a dog toy. It's called Doggy Doo. And it's the same thing of where it's like you feed the doggy
recall
treats.
this.
And then all of a sudden, like you touch it on its head and it's like Doggy Doo. and it's like little Play-Doh would
Yeah,
come
you
out.
get a
You're
real
like,
dog to do
"Ew."
that too, just so you know.
It's like, why do you make these toys? Like, I get maybe the baby because you're just like, like maternal for kids.
I suppose.
Oh, get ready
well,
for
I
a
think
kid.
a lot of it was training little girls to eventually be
Yeah,
mothers someday.
yeah, for
That
sure,
was
for sure.
It was a training process.
Well, it was wasted on me. Obviously.
well,
But yeah, we
little
ran
did
around
they
the
know.
house.
Yeah.
We ran around the house and would karate chop her belly so she'd squirt at
Here is
us.
something, and Jordan, you might be too young for this to remember. I don't know if you had it, but your dad might have had it. I'll bet you he did. Electric football. Electric football was this big field. It was metal, and you put the little players on it, and they have little teeth.
move like
like
this.
that. You couldn't really well, you were supposed to be able to control what direction they're going to go by, I guess, adjusting the little teeth underneath it. It didn't really work. So all of a sudden, it's like you turn on.
Yeah, they just kind of vibrated across the board.
Is that what they did?
Electric football.
Electric football.
Yeah. So it didn't work the way. I mean, like there was a way that it was supposed to work, but it really, no matter what you did, it really.
We had
didn't.
this anxiety-induced game called Perfection. Did you have that?
That's terrible.
So it was like you had 60 seconds on the clock. It basically was this platform that you push down, and you have these little yellow pieces, and your whole objective is to put these match the shapes. Well, there's about 23, 24 shapes that you had to match in 60 seconds. You didn't get it done in 60 seconds. That plate would eject back up, and it would like that, and it would just explode, and all the
God.
pieces would pop in your face.
Sounds
You
terrible.
talk about the most anxiety-inducing
terrifying.
toy. You're like racing against the clock, boom, and then they all explode in your face, and you get scared.
What was the movie that used a Jack in the Box?
Oh gosh,
Elf.
Huh?
Was it Elf?
It was Elf. Yeah,
It was
And
Elf.
Do. Like, he didn't know when it was going to happen.
That's right. Wasn't he? He was the one that tested all the Jack in the Box.
And he would get to a certain point in the song.
He
and
knows the
knew
note.
it was coming, but he didn't really want to do it.
Great stuff, man. Great, the Jack in the Box. You guys probably all had like Operation.
Oh yes,
You know,
My
yes.
cousin did, yeah.
Yeah, you put the.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't think I could do it now. I'd be like, hang on, I'm going for the kidneys.
I'd need my cheaters on now.
Yeah, oh, forget it. Forget it. You know. Talk about toys and games from our youth, stuff that we remember.
stuff.
Care
that-
Bears.
Care Bears.
Oh,
Yes.
Care Bears were big too.
I had all the little Care Bear figurines. All of them.
Wow.
And I've had people go, "Oh, do you still have them?" I'm like, no. I sold them in my 20s.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Somebody I knew that had kids, so.
So I had like some of the stuffed ones, not like but like they made almost like Beanie Baby-esque Care Bear stuffies. My grandma went hog wild. We had like every single one of them.
Yeah, I didn't have those. I had like the little posable figurines, like the little play palace or whatever.
The answer to Care Bears was I could give a rat's blank bears, but they don't.
They don't-
That's not.
No, it's
That's
not.
not it.
I wish there was, but there wasn't.
Did you maybe not Bop It? You remember
Oh,
those?
You remember Bop It?
Twist it.
Twist
Yeah.
it, pull it,
Pull it, yeah, exactly.
Play with My Little Ponies a lot.
My Little Ponies. Yeah, my sister had a lot of those.
Strawberry
Lots of those.
shortcakes.
Strawberry shortcakes. They used to make strawberry shortcake Little Debbie snack cakes. You remember those? Oh my! I do remember. And why I remember is because my sister one time had one, and she got two. She ate one of them and left the other one on the chair,
Yeah.
and she had sat in it and mushed into the chair all nasty. Strawberry shortcake all inside the chair.
By the way, an important announcement. If you had an Easy Bake Oven, your cake from 1972 is now ready.
Well, with
Cooking with a light bulb. I mean, come on, man. You know.
with my strawberry shortcake. Okay, I know there's a whole bunch of other ones. I only remember strawberry shortcake. Like I had other ones, I don't remember their names. Like I don't know if it was like apple pie patty or I don't know.
Something like
Apple
that.
pie patty.
something.
If there wasn't, there should have been.
Yeah, I don't know. Betty Brownie. I don't remember, but it's like they were all dessert themed.
Carol carrot
names.
cake. You know.
But they smelled like whatever it was they were hawking. Okay,
Ah.
so strawberry shortcake smelled like strawberries. And there was the time that my brothers decided to feed that to our German Shepherd, King.
Oh.
And he just gnawed on her head for the longest time.
Yes.
Her hair was all like this afterwards. And I cried for a week. And my mom was like, it's not that big a deal. We'll just wash her hair and it'll be fine. So we took her to the sink and we're washing her hair and everything. Nope. I don't know what it was about what's in her hair.
It was
and
not
dog
fine.
saliva, but it was like cement. It was never gonna. Yeah,
Did you end
her
up
hat
throwing her-
wouldn't stay on anymore.
You end up throwing her away.
I probably. I mean, and
Her mom
obviously
did the honors for
I
you.
was very upset about that because
I had countless lightsabers, but one of those like the old school, like, you know, it was like 3 pieces. You'd always be missing the top half because it would fall off, or like I had so many lightsabers that of various, like, you know, oh, this one's the short one because we played with this one too much. It broke a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a flashlight at that point. It's not even a. What is it? Well, it's red.
It used to be a lightsaber. At one time, for the first 2 weeks that I owned it, it was
Probably not even that. Probably lasted a couple hours.
I would tell you, if I were to rank the greatest toys / games of all time, this would have to go into the top 5, maybe top 3. Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, man. And the thing is, okay, I don't know if they make them more stable now because they still make them. But the way, you know, my brother's on one side, I'm on the other. I have the red, he has the blue, whatever. And, you know, so you have your boom, boom, you know, so there's your right, left, and there. And the whole idea, of course, and to hit the jaw and you know, that comes up on the little jigsaw neck and everything. Mm-hmm. But if you're really, really getting into it, you're moving the whole
the arena?
You're moving the whole arena.
Oh,
it's like, you know, so again, I don't know if maybe they make it more stable now that it doesn't happen. But
they don't.
When you really get into it, man, you know.
Listen, my kids got a Rock'em Sock'em Robot, and I'll play it with them. Yeah. No, it's still, you all are picking up the entire arena. You're basically playing tug of war, trying to hit the person's head, you know, and it's like, it's barely missing.
It's sort of a proxy boxing match. You know, you're just using them as the combatants, but you're doing this yourself.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Hungry Hippos.
Hungry Hippos, yeah.
A big favorite at our house, and if you're going, what is that? There were 4 hippos, and they were in each kind of like side of a circle.
Yeah.
And then there was all these white marbles, and the objective was to whack the back of your hippo to make their mouth open, and they would kind of extend a little bit. And whoever got the most
marbles.
And they poop out the marbles
out the back. Yeah, it's like your little tray, so then you can count and see who won.
Yeah, and after all the marbles are done, you basically, you're like, all right, which color? Which color has the most marbles?
My grandkids, when we take them to a place called Minor Mike's at Lake of the Ozarks, and it's like a Chuck E. Cheese type place.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese, Dave and Buster's kind of situation.
A giant hungry hippo where you can sit on there and it's like half the size of this room, and it is awesome. It's like, I've seen adults playing it, okay? Because it's like, kids, get out of the way. We want to play this. You know?
Kidding. I'd be glad.
Slip and slide. Cool. Did you all have a slip and slide back in the day?
We were never allowed.
Well, I didn't have an actual slip and slide. I made what I call the white trash slip and slide. Okay, it was basically just I took about 3 or 4 tarps.
Yeah.
Duct tape them together. Then we had a hose at the end, and we had a friend of ours spraying the hose, and there's the kids on. I have video of it.
Those worked unbelievably well. It's like, I don't know what they did. They put the material it was made out of, and then they put some oil on it. I don't know what they did, but you would slide for days on that thing.
Amazing.
You just had to make sure that, you know, there was like no debris.
And you had to make sure there were no rocks.
Yeah, no rocks, no nails underneath, because, man, that made for a bad time.
Yeah. So I grew up with keeping it real, Mr. Safety, Fun Sucker Dale. And we would, Dad, please, can we have a slip aside? And he'd be like, no, because if you don't get all the rocks up there, you slide down and you rip your whole leg up. What? Are they that dangerous? Yeah. Dad would
you ever hear the story about,
Dad would not allow us to slip and slide.
Oh, dang.
I remember one Christmas, all 3 of us got pogo sticks.
Oh, yes.
And they were awesome, man. And I got actually pretty good at a pogo stick from, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do a hula hoop, too, not as well as I used to. But
Prove it.
If I had one, I would. I'm telling you.
A hula hoop you proved before. You couldn't.
Yeah, I failed on that one. Yeah, I used to be pretty good.
I want
at
to see
it,
the pogo stick.
See, I had a pogo stick too, and when I first got mine, I remember I was like, I'm challenging myself. I'm going to try to beat the Guinness World Record of most pogo sticks in like a minute, and then realized how much you actually had to do, and I was like, I ain't doing it. It's not happening.
Jordan mentioned the other day we were talking about this, and you said the moon shoes.
Yeah,
what was
moon
it?
shoes. That's something else that I loved as a kid.
Yeah.
They were basically like little trampolines that you would attach to your feet.
Yeah.
But they were moon shoes. They
Again,
were
this
giant.
sounds dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was basically these little trampolines that you had on your feet, and you just ran around the house, basically pretending like you're on the moon. Moon shoes is what they were called.
Unreal.
Yeah.
As a kid, we wanted a trampoline so bad.
Yeah.
And that was another thing my dad vetoed. No, you don't need one. You're break an arm. Well, our neighbor got one.
Oh.
And we were, no, are you kidding? That means that we could go down.
Go over there all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd jump on it and just had the time of our lives.
I have happy memories of trampoline because we had one in our house, in the house that the kids grew up, and it was right out back. And a lot of times, right after dinner, myself and the three, we'd all go out there just bouncing up and down. And I'm like pretending I'm pushing it. It was just.
Wait a minute, after you ate?
Oh yeah.
Gosh, didn't anybody Ralph?
Nah.
Oh, gosh, I would.
But it was just a lot of jumping and screaming.
And I love
fun.
too, like back in the day, like so now you buy a trampoline and they have all these safety nets, like you can't fall off the trampoline.
No,
back in the day, it was a trampoline and that was it. You could totally crack your head on the metal. Sure. You could totally fall off, push people off. We would get a whole bunch of people together and like someone in the middle, and you jump in unison and you'd launch someone.
You'd double bounce them.
Yeah, way up, and you're like, ah!
I got to the point where I could still do it because we take the kids to the grandkids to this trampoline park, and I can do the jump up and then land on your butt sort of thing and stand up again. I can still do that. I did that recently, so I don't do it quite as
eloquently, gracefully.
I was thinking gracefully. Yeah,
me and my buddies used to like Captain Insano style wrestle. Like we would sit there, like one of us would get double jump way up, and we'd be like, here's the bionic knee. We'd come down and land on one of your friends. It's like we were way dangerous back in the day.
This isn't exactly a toy or a game, but you ever seen the easy set pools?
Oh yeah.
Okay, like where you fill it up, but it rises as the water goes up. It brings the sides up as well. Okay, so it's not a solid. Mm-hmm. It's the whole pool. Soft side pool.
No, we had creeks and swimming holes.
Okay, so we had this in our backyard, and the thing with an easy set pool, you had to make very sure that it was level, because if you were off by more than 2 or 3%. The water, so one side of the pool would be like up to here, and the other side would be like down here, okay? And it was very, very gradual. And it finally gave one day. My middle one, is in the pool, and it starts spilling water over the side more and more. And then suddenly, boom, the whole thing, the whole walk in, and here she comes like Niagara Falls surfing down it. She was laughing it was great. So
out of nowhere, she's riding a wave, and you're like,
she was doing that. I wish I had it on video because it was amazing.
Holy cow!
That was the end of that pool, let me tell you. But it was fun while it lasted, anyway.
I had She-Ra, Princess of Power.
Oh, I do remember She-Ra.
Was She-Ra the answer to He-Man, or
it was his sister?
Was that his sister?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
wow, how about that?
Yeah.
Did she have a fun phrase like "I have the power"?
Sure.
I'm cooler than you. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. She had a bunch of friends too, and I don't remember her name. There's one with blue hair and like a snowflake on her chest or something. I think her name was Frostra or something. I don't remember.
Did they have slumber parties and call He-Man his friends?
They did. They called He-Man and Skeletor.
There's a new He-Man, by the way, coming out. That looks great, by the way. There's like a live action He-Man that's coming, and it looks they got a good casting in that. You remember Thundercats? Thundercats?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that that was a Temu version of He-Man, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's basically the plot of He-Man, except that the characters were cats. And even though Thundercats, like that's almost like He-Man. I have the power, It's very similar.
The 80s was all about yelling.
There was a lot of yelling going on.
Yeah.
It is very true.
In the 80s, yeah.
There's a lot of lasers and a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Something else I really loved, and I had more than one of these, silly putty.
Oh, yes.
Silly putty, you could get off there used to be this thing called print paper, guys, newspapers, okay?
Newspapers.
Where you could put the silly putty flat on it and you could pull up the comics or whatever. You could see the comics, like in reverse on there. Then you stretch them around.
That's really cool.
You could also get a silly putty to bounce. You make it into a ball, it will bounce.
Like a little bouncy ball? I've never actually tried.
Yeah.
With silly putty.
Silly putty would bounce.
There was like an evolution of silly putty. It's called flarp. You know what flarp is? Basically, it's silly putty, except it's a little bit more runny. And it's
slime?
It's like slime, but it's more like solid than slime.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. It's basically like a mix between silly putty and slime. Okay. But you could keep it in the container and then you could make fart noises with it. We would do that all the time. We'd be in school, in class with the flarp, and you just sit there like the teacher had been over or something. You'd hear someone go, and I said, "Hey, who did that?"
Nice. It was you. Oh my gosh. Slinkies. Did you guys ever play?
I was just going to mention that was the most frustrating toy in the history of kids.
Especially when you would do it down the stairs.
Yeah.
And it would go on everyone, stop on the last stair. You're like, ah!
Yeah.
My problem is they were always getting twisted. And once you twist up a Slinky, there was no untwisting it. No. There was no fixing. You'd be like, no, now try it.
Or the links would get one of them would get messed up, and you're just like, there was no fixing it.
Because you'd see the ad on TV where, like Aaron said, where it's kind of walking down the steps, like, oh, I'm going to try that,
Yeah. We only had one set of stairs, and it was down to the basement. And they were kind of steep, and it's kind of dark down there, of course. And Mom didn't want us to play on the stairs.
Yes.
So we'd have to wait for Mom to go out to the garden or something like that. And then open the basement door and play with our Slinky.
See, and the metal ones were the only good ones that actually could go down the stairs. Like, I could never get the plastic ones to do it. The plastic one could do maybe one or two, but then it would just stop. It just I don't know if it didn't have the weight or the momentum.
There was no replacing the metal. The metal ones were the best.
The metal ones were the best.
But they twisted as well. Like I said, I think the plastic ones were less prone to twisting or getting bent.
They just got warped more so, right?
Yeah.
They just the form, eventually your Slinky wouldn't be, it would kind of...
Right. I give up.
Yeah,
Oh, my gosh. You guys have any others? Toys, games from our youth?
Sure, I could think of more, but...
Sure, we could go all...
Boomerang. I used to play with boomerangs a lot as a kid. I loved
If you could get them to come back to you, you were really good.
Yeah. And I had different ones. I had the wing boomerangs, but I also had ones that were square looking and had all crazy designs.
Well, now they have drones.
Yeah, now they have, I know. It's like a boomerang. Now I could just fly cool helicopter around.
Yeah, I'm kind of drone obsessed. I don't have one anymore, but because all the ones I got were cheapies and they broke quickly. But you got
to get real into it.
You can't spend $30-$40 on a drone and expect it's going to last for any length of time.
Look, if you're going,
spend $5,000,
yeah. If you're going all in on a drone, go all in. You need to get the goggles to where it looks like you're actually flying it in first person. You got to go the whole nine. If you're getting a real drone, that's the way to do it.
Don't tempt me, man. That is. I don't have the money for that.
I like kites.
Hey, kites are fun too.
Yeah.
I used to love flying a kite.
No, Mike.
Yeah. I did like flying kites. Although the only problem with that is you hold on to it or you lose it. It's gone. Yeah. Or if the wind...
You get out there on a windy day, man, but you feel that tug of that string.
You feel that tug. It's wanting to go. I've also ever had where the kite's flying, it's going good, and then all of a sudden it gets a draft and and then it hits the ground.
It's coming down. Yeah.
So we'd go down in the pasture because, in our yard we'd have some trees and we had the garden and all this other stuff. And so if we really wanted to kind of fly uninterrupted, we would go down in the pasture. Well, we had cattle.
Watch the cow
pies.
Of
course, yes, there was cow pies. You had to, but there was nothing worse than flying your kite. Everything was great, and then all of a sudden it got a draft and nose dived into a cow
right
pie.
into a patty. Who's going to clean this off?
I always hated too when your string would get tangled because it's always they give you this little plastic piece and normally the string's wrapped around there, and then when you wanted it to get more height, you're sitting there trying. But then sometimes it would take it you're like, oh, it's too much. So
my dad would always rig it. He wouldn't have us use the string. And, the little holder that it would come with.
Right.
He would attach I'm kidding you not an entire thing of twine.
Oh wow.
So in our minds it could have gone to space. But and then he wrapped around, he whittled on this stick that was real smooth so he wouldn't get splinters.
Yeah.
But we could get some really good height.
That's awesome.
We never got to the very end, of our rope because again, he used an entire thing of twine.
Yeah.
my oldest grandson, they
Can't even see the
they had a
kite
thing
anymore.
at school, and they each got like kites. It was like free. It was like a gift for something going on at school. I don't know. But anyway, he came home with this kite. I went over his house actually, and he said, "Grandpa, look, I got this kite." I go, "Oh, well, let's go fly it." He goes, "Do you know how to fly a kite?" I go, "Oh yeah, I did it a lot when I was a kid." So we opened it up, and it was actually pretty decent. I mean, it was considering it was free. It was decent. A lot of string on it. And of course, they're in a like in a townhouse situation, so they've got like a big parking lot there.
Yeah.
But there's no like fields or anything to run. Okay, so here I am. I'm running with it, and I hand it to him. I say, "Okay, hold it. When I say let go, let go."
Right.
I say, "Okay." So I start running, and I go, "Okay, let go." And all of a sudden, it goes up and up and up, and it's going so high. And Weston looks at it, he goes, "Wow!" He goes, "Okay, I want to fly it." And then his brother, he wants to fly it. And I'm like, well, you can only one at a time can fly the thing. So one of you can hold it and one of you can let go of the thing. Well, of course, once he got it, what do you think happened? It got tangled. And like I had it completely free of any obstructions. So it took us about an hour to get it loose from. It was like on a pole of some kind, and it was, but that was his first. That was his introduction to kites. Yeah. He thought this is amazing, free.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kites are awesome. What
really.
What an easy, fun way to entertain kids for hours.
You get them if you're out in a way open field.
Oh yeah,
like Aaron's talking about. You know, I mean, and you get it up as high as you can, so you have like almost no string left.
Oh yeah.
Whoo! The feeling of soaring.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing.
You just hope that doesn't get ripped out of your hands or it crashes.
Well, it's amazing how the wind holds it up.
It does. It holds it up real good.
It's kind of like the hand of God going, "I have this here. Don't worry. I have your kite protected."
We just always hope that a cranky cow wouldn't come down from an upper pasture and spoil our good.
What are you kids doing here?
Nothing worse than trying to run with your kite.
This is our pasture.
Yeah,
go back to your people stuff.
exactly.
That kite is mine now. Hey, we appreciate your checking out the KATcast, and make sure you give us a subscribe too.
Yes, please do so.
Are you able to hit the subscribe button there?
You know what?
Jordan?
I might be able to.
We have a
fancy
new subscribe.
Let's check it
button.
out. Boom!
Is it on?
It works. Like and subscribe.
Now I don't know if it means if you click that if it's going to do anything. We probably have to set it up to go to the subs. But whatever, wherever you're watching, maybe that's just eye candy.
We're upping our.
Look for the subscribe button.
We're trying to up our production value of the KATcast.
Exactly. We can be all fancy and classy.
We can't do much about the faces, but we can do something about the production.
So thanks for the subscribe ahead of time, and we appreciate your being a part. Oh, shoot us an email too, Aaron. What's that email address?
Yeah, catcountry@mailzimmer.com.
Do you have a way to put that on there, Jordan?
I don't think I do.
I'm supposed to. I don't know.
It's at Hogwarts, Hilly. You can't just wave a wand.
It'll be on the screen. Maybe not. But if it's not, it's Cat Country, KAT Country, one word, at mailzimmer.com. So if you got an idea for podcast idea or you want to weigh in on something
we're running out of ideas.
Whatever. Tell you, it's slim pickings right now, man. So our lives are pretty uninteresting. So, but thanks for joining us for this latest edition of the Cat Country KATcast.
Goodbye.